All right, if you guys are in the mood for a little boxing talk, just casual talk, kick back, put your headphones in, whatever, have a listen. So that's what it's going to be today. I did a Q&A video about a week ago. I asked you guys to ask any question you want, and nothing off limits, and I'll answer them. And you did. I think I had like 58 questions, something like that. So I'm going to, try to read through them quickly. But first, I want to say, I've been slacking. Look, you guys know I'm completely honest on the channel. And, yeah, I admit, I just needed a break, right? But my commitment to you, I'm a man of my word, people. A man of my word. Okay, I'm going to put out one video a day at a minimum, because I've put a lot of work into the channel and I don't want to let it slide. Okay, so that is my commitment to you. You can hold me to that. Now, unless like my mom's up in the hospital, or I'm like dying of the flu. Okay, maybe not that particular day, but a video a day for sure. There's no reason not to. So, but anyway, the Q&A, let's kick it off. Okay, K-Dog, he says number 58, right? And I thought about showing you guys the actual questions, but I thought I'd just, show a video of the Charlo twins here. And by the way, all these people, these haters, trolls, whatever, in the comment section telling me, oh, you don't know the Charlos. Okay, well, here you go. Here you go, right here. They train at the Plex Gym, Houston, Texas. I have an open invitation. I can go there any damn time I want. I can interview these guys. I have an open line of communication with them. So yes, I do know them. Okay, but anyway, moving on. K-Dog says 58th. Now, in the comment section, you guys have this little competition going on where it's like first, second, third, whoever can comment first. And, it's kind of cool because I don't know how in the hell you do it. Like, I post a video at, like, say, 2:22, and at 2:22 and a half, there's like 3 or 4 people with like first, second, third, fourth in the comment section. So, shout out to you guys. But Oscar Garcia, okay, he says, I like this channel. I think you will do just fine going live. Just don't be like the Seagull blocking everyone because they call him out. Okay, now, I guess, you're probably referring to Ego Boxing, I would imagine. Dante, I don't know. The whole LGBTQYX2Z45 community, possibly. I'm not quite sure, but no, I've only blocked like 10 people on my channel because I'm just not a bitch like that, okay? I think, look, here's the thing. I remember when I used to be in the comment section, I was like a member of a channel, or I'd sub to their channel. And I hated how they would hide behind a microphone, right? You got the guy running the channel, and if he doesn't agree with you, all he's got to do is block you. Like, it's such a cowardly thing to do. So it's very rare I will block someone. I think I've blocked maybe 10 people grand total. But Flocka, no, I'm going to butcher this name. You guys know I'm terrible. Flaca Vasquez Ruiz, which I know you're always around. Thank you. Shout out. She says, holler, Counterpunch Boxing. Love your channel. But yeah, Benavidez has good reflection. She's referring to the Benavidez fight. Okay. Crawford Benavidez. And look, I told you guys, I didn't think it was a good look for Crawford. Just go watch the video. I think Benavidez did a little more than Crawford expected, especially being shot in the leg 18 months ago, that kind of thing. So here's a guy, Chucho09, Counterpunch #1. Well, shout out to you. John Comment. Okay, by the way, John Comment, just a special thank you to you because you're always here. You're always in the comment section, and I'm incredibly grateful for you. So thank you, really, just from the bottom of my heart, thank you. But he says, Tracy, that's my name, T-R-A-C-E-Y. He spelled it T-R-A-C-Y. Do you really think that anyone is going to win against Canelo if they don't knock him out? Okay, I can't see anyone winning a decision against him unless it's an absolute beatdown. Otherwise, I don't think he will ever lose a decision. You're right. No need for a long, explanation, but he is as protected as Mayweather was. Or, I could give you tons of examples. Even Oscar De La Hoya back in the day, there were some robberies, So, yeah, Canelo is incredible. And now with this DAZN situation, Canelo fighting twice a year, look, do you think they're not going to set him up to lose, right? There is no way in hell they're going to put real competition up in front of him. And this whole, sleight of hand thing moving up to, to 168 is a bunch of bullshit, right? I mean, what better way to duck the real competition in your own division by moving up a division, right? Same thing Andre Ward did to duck Gennady Golovkin. It is what it is, okay? Mayweather, he would retire, he'd move up, he did whatever he had to do to avoid Manny Pacquiao, and now, Canelo it's actually brilliant, okay, to the casual thinking mind. It's like, okay, well, obviously he's not scared of these guys because he's going to fight a guy that's even bigger and badder than all those guys, right? It's like you have this group of 4 or 5 guys at middleweight. Well, I'm going to go fight a guy that could beat all of them, so, I'm going to make a statement. And that's basically what he's doing. Is a bunch of bullshit, right? I mean, but on paper, it looks good. It sells, right? I mean, you can just promote the hell out of that. So, shout out to their promotional team because, from that aspect, it's good. But anyway, boxing archives and facts. Shout out to you. Openly admitted he doesn't like Canelo, yet he's rocking a cardboard Canelo cutout. Ouch, man, ouch. Man, you got a good eye. Eagle eye there, boxing archive and facts. That is very factual of you because it is true. Yes, I do have a cardboard cutout of Canelo. Why? Because number one, it was a gift, okay? And number two, because I like boxing. And here's the thing, you guys think I hate Canelo. I kind of do on a personal level, but on a boxing level, I like him, okay? There you go. Shit. Okay. Here's a question, Frederick Darieto. Okay, shout out Frederick, but it's about the heavyweight division. I made a whole video talking about that, so I'll post that in a little bit. So, but anyway, here's Graeme, I am terrible with name. Graeme, France. So, Khabib versus McGregor 2, do you think it will happen? Hell yeah, it's going to happen. But, I know it's a boxing channel, but absolutely it's going to happen. It's like, look, wherever the money is, you can just follow the money trail. There's no way. And not only that, it was a beatdown. McGregor was completely embarrassed. And, I mean, a lot of people are kind of saying he took a dive because it was such a one-sided beatdown, right? So yes, it's going to happen. Kevin Salazar, shout out Kevin. I've been wondering for a while, do you think Abel Sanchez sorta kinda in a way set up Gennady Golovkin, kinda sorta in a way Freddie Roach did Pacquiao? Okay, he's asking, do I think Abel Sanchez set up Gennady Golovkin? No, I don't. No, I don't. But I think, in a way, maybe Abel kind of sold out a little bit. I think he was overconfident, arrogant, and he expected Triple G to walk through Canelo. I think when these guys get to a certain level, they lose that hunger. They're not hungry anymore, right? It's like they lose that focus, that hunger, that drive, and even the coaches are guilty of it, right? They become arrogant, blinded to what's really going on around them. It's like they have they're surrounded by yes men, right? Oh yeah, look at the champ, it looks good, looks great, he's gonna knock him out, yeah, no, yeah. And that's what I think happened. I don't think he set him up. And I don't think, and also he, Abel said if he ever felt Golovkin needed to retire, he would tell him, like Freddie Roach would say about Manny Pacquiao. He said, yeah, if I ever feel like he needs to retire, I would tell him. And no, so I really don't. I just think they got lazy, they got irresponsible, and they lost is what I think happened. But now this guy says here, Algo, damn, you don't look like how I pictured you at all. I pictured a skinny, nerdy-looking Latino guy, hola, ¿cómo está? With buggy eyes and glasses. No, okay, I am, let's see, 6'1", 242 pounds, so I'm actually, the size of a heavyweight boxer, so a lot of you guys don't know that. I guess I'm kind of a big dude or whatever. I'm about 6'1", 240 roughly. I'm not fat at all, very athletic, whatever. But here's Damo11 question. What do you think Gennady Golovkin will do with the rest of his career? And do you think the WBC had a hand in getting Gennady Golovkin out of the belts just like Klitschko's reign for 10 years? And yes, I do. I think the WBC is corrupt as hell. And I think they're all in on it. I think when you're looking at judges, sanctioning bodies, Bob Bennett, whoever, whatever commission it may be, yeah, I think they're all in on it in one way. They all have a best in, or they all have a, how do you say it, a shared interest. There you go. That's the perfect word. They all have a shared interest. So, you know, it's kind of, yes, behind the scenes, yes, they wanted Gennady Golovkin to lose. Why? Because think about this. I mean, this whole thing with DAZN, right? Look, they knew, okay, the powers that be, they knew HBO was going under. They knew this whole DAZN thing was about to happen, right? You know, so of course they wanted to snatch Canelo up and do this, you know, $500 million deal. You know, you guys have to realize this. I mean, things don't just happen overnight in boxing, okay? Everything is slow going. It moves like a snail. They knew, okay? What I'm trying to say is, the WBs, they all knew. They pre-planned this shit, okay? And I'm not trying to sound like some crazy tinfoil hat, you know, conspiracy Alex Jones dude, but they knew. Yes, they knew, and I think, yes, they had a hand in it. So that's my honest opinion. Okay, Chase, sorry, God, I'm telling him terrible with names. CHAS Charlton, what's up? He's always up in the comment section too. So shout out to you, my friend. What is it that makes you come to the conclusion Joshua is ducking Wilder? Well, I'll tell you. You know, maybe ducking is not the correct word. I think it's marinating. I think it's business. I think it's greed. I think it's, you know, all of that. You know, so just replace the word ducking with any other word, and that, you know, that'll probably ease it over, right? I mean, I call it ducking because I guess I'm from the old days, from the Tyson era. You know, I think the best should fight the best, you know, whenever they're called out, right? Not whenever it's going to make another 20 million or 30 million or whenever, you know, that kind of thing, right? So in my mind, it's ducking, you know, so, and it's become so political. It's just insane to me. And now, you know, Anthony Joshua, again, fighting for the zone. What's going to happen? You know, we don't know. But I'm talking about, you know, with Deontay Wilder. But, and I expect Deontay Wilder to lose that fight, okay? And I'm not even so sure Deontay Wilder is going to get past, you know, flabby old crazy Tyson Fury. Okay, look, I'm a fan of Tyson Fury, but I don't even know that Wilder is going to get past Tyson Fury. So, you know, maybe, you know, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's ducking. I mean, it is ducking because why not? I mean, why not fight the guy? You know, he's been calling him out for years. He's willing to travel. He's willing to do whatever. And then you have Anthony Joshua fighting these other dudes that nobody wants to see, you know. So why not? You know, so I just don't understand this whole marinating thing in boxing. Look, to me, it's poison. Like pay-per-view is poison. You know, this whole marinating bullshit's got to stop. You know, and I understand you can let it marinate for, you know, half a year or maybe even a year. But, you know, these guys waiting, you know, a year and a half, 2 years to fight it's ridiculous. That's not what boxing is about. It's really not. So, you know, so I don't know. I call it ducking. But Gabriel Garcia, shout out Gabriel. Hang on, let me hang on a second. Okay, Gabriel, good friend of mine too. Gabriel. Okay, what are your goals for the channel for the next 3 to 5 years? I appreciate people like yourself and the time you invest into making the entertaining, educating videos you make. They're awesome. That being said, I would like to give, let me hit and more. I got to finish reading his comment. Like I said, I'm reading another phone. I would like to give a suggestion and do what you need to do and let your videos get monetized by starting to edit your videos more often if need be. You deserve every minute you put into these videos. Time is money. Keep up the great work, Trace. So thank you very much, Gabriel Garcia. And what are my goals for the channel? Well, you know, I always said, like, whenever I hit like 10,000 subs, I would change it. You know, I kind of feel like on YouTube, I mean, boxing is like a niche community, but you know, my goal was to hit like 10,000, and then I would invest that real time, that real energy, and that real effort. Not that I don't now, but I would take it to a whole nother level, and you know, have professional looking videos with an intro, with an outro, you know, with editing, with the whole 9 yards. So I'm kind of waiting until I guess the platform is a little bigger. And what are my intentions is, you know, I want to have like some kind of side career in boxing. You know, right now I own my own business. You know, outside of boxing, I own my own business, and it takes a lot of my time up. But outside of that, I'd like to have just something I do on the side. You know, like just go cover fights. You know, that kind of thing. So I mean, I guess those are my goals, right? Is to be able to get to a point to where I can make a little money doing this and, you know, bring you guys good content. I mean, that's really my goal, honestly, you know, so, and you know, it's a short-term goal, and I have bigger goals, but I can talk about it later. Now, Mike Montoya, Okay, you live in McKinney or Allen, Texas? I live in Houston, Texas. So I'm not familiar with Allen, but I know McKinney. But yeah, I'm right south of Houston, actually. Like, I live in between Galveston and Houston, Texas. So Galveston Bay is like where the beach is, and then you got downtown Houston. I'm kind of like right in the middle. So. Let's see, Danelio Orius, what the hell ever. Trolls, welcome. Thank you, bitch. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time. All right. Let's see, BACCHUS, Biachus B. Man, why can't you guys, like, what about like Bob Smith? Like, if you're going to create fake names on YouTube, you know, at least like, I don't know, make them where people can understand them. But this dude, Beast, whatever, at this point, I would pay to see Spence and Crawford. Hell yeah, I would too. Because Spence beats Crawford all damn day. Look, I'll bet my channel, I'll bet my car, my truck, my house, my helicopter. I don't really have a helicopter. I'll bet anything Spence beats any day of the week. Okay, so it's guaranteed. Crawford loses that fight. Okay, Andrew Cordero. Okay, question. I've been wanting to ask you for the longest time. Do you think Gennady Golovkin was holding back from Canelo? Okay, he has more questions here, but no, I don't. I think Triple G got old. I think he either overtrained or undertrained, and I just think he got old, man. That's it. You know, I don't want to go into a long, hauled-off explanation. I think Gennady Golovkin got old, and I think, you know, I think he's done. You know, we might get a couple more fights where, kind of like the whole Pacquiao situation, you know what I mean, where he looks good, you know, in one fight or another, and then we think, oh, Golovkin's back, you know, the old Triple G's back, and then in you know, the next fight, when the competition steps up a little bit, you know, he looks like the Golovkin against Canelo. So, no, I don't think he held back. I think he just simply got old. I mean, he was just like out of breath and gasping. I don't think he lost. I mean, I say the fight was a draw, the rematch. He won the original fight. The second fight was a draw. But then he says not to take anything away from Canelo because I think he's a great boxer. But it just seems like either Triple G's age was a factor, or maybe he really didn't respect the counter-punching power from Canelo. How does Gennady Golovkin expect to win by not throwing body shots? Okay, you're right. Again, I mean, he didn't throw body shots because he didn't want to get counter, because it's not that he can't handle the power. He was gassing out. So when you're gassed out, you can't handle any power, okay? And Golovkin knows that. I mean, he's a veteran. He's a pro. He knows that when you're gassed out, you can't handle any kind of power, you know? So, yeah, and then he goes on to say, it just doesn't make any sense to me. He was definitely robbed twice. Second fight should have been a draw. If that, I definitely agree that there is corruption in boxing. Is there a possibility that Gennady Golovkin sold out to Golden Boy? Sounds absurd, I know, but I can't put it together. I know there are a lot of questions, but just the main question, did Gennady Golovkin hold back during Canelo's fights? The aggression wasn't there. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm done. You know, it doesn't, I mean, you're right. It doesn't make any sense to me either, you know, when you look back, but you know, you have to go back to like Daniel Jacobs. I mean, you could see the fading back then, okay? You know, even with Brook, I mean, Brook kind of had him, you know, just a little bit of success. I mean, yeah, he broke his face, you know, nearly ended his boxing career, but you could see a little bit of flaws. You know, you could see some chinks in the armor right there, right? Okay, then you go into Jacobs and you could really see it. You know, then you go into Canelo and you could see it. It was just apparent in the original fight. You know, so, but no, it surprised the hell out of me. I mean, I thought Golovkin was going to knock him out. I mean, I was sure. I didn't think it was going to happen like it happened again, but I didn't have him losing. That's the thing. So I mean, Golovkin being the great boxer, the warrior that he is, I mean, he held his own and at least pulled out a draw, you know, against a guy in his prime, right? I mean, and that's what people are forgetting. Canelo, you know, he is in his prime. Okay, so this is hard to do, right? Very hard to do. Kind of like a Alvarado or whatever. You know, this dude is in his prime fighting an older guy. So for him to you know, have the, you know, the success that he had, it says a lot, you know, and people don't give him credit for that. So anyway, David Funia, F-U-N-A-I, David. Shout out, David. What's up, dude? Okay, what's your thoughts about Gennady Golovkin fighting the winner for the IBF title, Dencheko or Jacobs? A Jacobs fight would be great and well-deserved for both guys. Or Gennady Golovkin against, for the WBA mandatory force in a Canelo fight. So he's basically asking, how do you see this division coming together? Love your videos, man. Keeps me. Okay, shout out, David. Yeah, I mean, if they want to continue Golovkin on that path, right? I mean, are they done? I don't know. You know, who knows? I don't know. But if they want to continue to be at the top of the game and compete for belts, and yeah, they need to go after Daniel Jacobs or, even the WBO possibly. Either one, the IBF or the WBO, because right now Canelo is going to have the other two belts on lock. I mean, you can guarantee that. But although Canelo did say, he'd be willing to have a trilogy with Golovkin, but, Eddie Hearn said, well, if that's going to happen, he's got to sign with his own. So he said if Golovkin wants that trilogy, he's got to come over to our side of the fence, to DAZN. And, wouldn't be a bad thing. He could, sign a 2 or 3 fight deal, whatever, maybe a 1 fight deal, 2 fight deal, to do the rematch or the trilogy. And, but that's not going to happen. I don't think we're going to see a trilogy. I really don't. And if we do, the landscape will completely change. Like Canelo's going to vacate or lose, like something crazy is going to happen. And then we might get a money grab with a trilogy. But right now, I don't think the interest is there, because I don't think Golovkin did enough, in my opinion. I just don't think he did. I think he won, but there was like this element of, I don't think people want to see it again. We've already seen it, 24 rounds. Okay, we've seen it twice. I don't think people want to see it again for a third time. So I think the IBF and the WBO, of course, but I don't know. Because, I mean, like I said, what's going to happen with Triple G? Is he going to keep competing? Is he just going to cash out? Do they want to be at the top of the game anymore? We don't know yet. We're waiting. I mean, as soon as I know, I'll tell you. But my opinion is I think Golovkin is done. And you want my honest opinion, I think Triple G is done. And, we'll probably see him fight a couple more times. He'll get paid. And that's it. I think by the end of 2019, that's it. So we probably have 1 more year with Triple G. Typically fights twice a year. Back in the day, 3, even 4. But right now, he's fighting twice a year. So I think we're going to get 2 more Golovkin fights. And, maybe for a title, he might try to win one more title and retire. Okay, so I'm here for the trolling. Trent Payne, what's up? Trent Payne. Phil Joyce countered the count. Bisping punch. And what's up, Phil? Big shout out to you. Kevlar counterpunches wanted to say I've been following you for a while. Respect for how real you are with the channel. Thank you, sir. Phil Joyce. I knew you were black. Oh God. Okay. Gerald Lopez, why Golovkin taking too much time to make a statement on fighting Charlo for the rematch? Because Charlo is the #1 mandatory. So, yeah, again, like I just said, I don't know what in the hell they're going to do. I mean, I don't think they even know what they want to do right now. I think right now Golovkin feels like he was robbed twice, and he just made what, probably 20-30 million off that last fight. It's hard, kind of like the whole McGregor situation in Mayweather. When you make 80, 90, $100 million, it's hard to stay hungry. It's hard to stay hungry, when you're swimming in food, right? So, I don't know. I think Golovkin is done. Okay, you should call into, here's Tony Yayo. You should call into the Smoke City Mobcast, LDBC GGG to DAZN. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll check it out. Okay, Jose Carriello. Shout out, Jose. I know who you are. You're the best Crawford or Benavidez Crawford. But anyway, shout out, man. He's always on the channel. Goldstein here, always on the channel. Shout out. You two guys, man. I think you were like the top 10 on the channel. So if I had to pick 10 people that follow the channel, you two guys are definitely top 10, along with GG Boxio. Shout out. Okay, question. All right. What do you think about Canelo going to Super? Okay, we talked about it already. My boxing nickname, I'm not going to tell you. You guys know I'm a former boxer. I still train today, but I'm not going to tell you my nickname because it's terrible. And I'm just not going to do it. My question is, why are you such a badass? Well, I try. But anyway, GG Boxing, have a good weekend, man. You too. Let's see. There was someone else here. They were asking about my boxing background. I'm going to end it here. There's a few more questions, but my boxing background. Okay. So look, I started boxing when I was probably like 7, 8, 9. My dad bought me this clown punching bag. It was a punching bag, and there was like sand at the bottom, and it was like a clown, and it had these little cheap little gloves, and I would just sit there and pound on this thing all day. And then as I got older, a lot of kids, like, they skated, they rode bikes, they did whatever. Me and my friends, we boxed, getting in 10, 11, 12, 13. We were members at a place called the Elks Lodge, like ELKS, the Elks Lodge. And they had boxing tournaments there that I would participate in and competitions. And then I met a good friend of mine, which I'm not going to say his name, but he fought in the Golden Gloves. And so I became like his permanent sparring partner. And that kind of got me into more of the competitive part of boxing where I would actually compete. And I'll tell you, the first time I fought this dude, okay, we're at the gym and no one would fight this kid, okay? And back then I was like, I think I was 18, 17, 18. No one would fight this dude, right? So of course I stepped up. I said, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it. Anyway, I got knocked out. I got knocked out round one, okay? My first fight. Round one, TKO. But I'll tell you, but he was a Golden Gloves fighter. I was a green as a vegetable, right? But about a year went by, and I got to the point to where I could hold my own with this kid and even beat him. You know, so it's like that Rocky Balboa thing. You know, you talk about, you know, getting hit and getting, you know, it's not how, what does he say? It's not about how hard you get hit, it's about how you get back up. That kind. It's true, because, you know, it pissed me off so much. I was embarrassed that it happened, and it got to a point where I could beat him like a year later, you know. So, and we probably sparred, I don't know, 20, 30 times, and it got, like I said, it got to a point to where I went from getting knocked out to where I could beat him, you know. So, and then we had other local competitions, like, you know, when I was in like my early 20s and through my 20s, and I competed in those, and you know, I had about 42 fights total, and only lost 4. So you know, it's not bad. 21 knockouts. So out of you know, I mean, it's not bad. But in the first loss, like I said, was against you know, when I was just a kid, basically, didn't know what the hell I was doing. But now, what I'm doing now, though, they have a gym here in Houston called the Knockout Factory. You guys can look it up, the Knockout Factory. They have a competition called the Blue Collar Brawler, and basically anyone can sign up for it, you know, and they match you against like an equal opponent, you know, age for age, like skill for skill, and you compete for money and a trophy, that kind of thing. So, but right now, I do spar, but I don't compete anymore, you know. So, but I'm about to get back into it, but at like an old man level, okay? Like, this is like 4 rounds, headgear, you know, 18, 20 ounce gloves, whatever, 4, maybe 6 rounds, that kind of thing. And I'll post it on the channel, you know, whatever, you know, I'll let you guys see what I do. And also, I'm going to start posting like, you know, gym footage. Like when I go to my boxing gym, I'm going to put some footage on the channel. But the problem is, in my gym, with I train with Lou Savarese at his gym, and you can't film in there. Okay, that's the main issue. But there's a new gym that's a little bit closer to my house, and I'm about to start. I'm going to go check them out probably like Monday, and I might sign up with them. So if I can, hang on, somebody's texting me. If I can record in there, which I'm sure I can, damn it, go away, then I'll bring you guys a little bit of video footage. So anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. You know, just want to get on here and talk a little boxing. You know, if you're bored, hopefully you enjoyed it. I'm just babbling. And like I said, a video a day. And I have, and actually I'm about to upload another video I made, you know, for the day. And so, yeah. And if you guys have any other questions, ideas, anything like that, you know, please let me know. And thank you, Gabriel Garcia, for your idea. And you're right. And I'm going to do that, you know, pretty soon. Like I said, I just want to hit that 10,000 mark, and then I'll do it. So, all right, guys, leave your comment below, and thank you.